Here now with additional insights into the prospects of future peace in the Middle East, senior researcher at the International Institute for Counter Terrorism at the IDC Herzliya, Dr. Michael Barak. Dr. Barak, thank you so much. First off, Secretary of State Blinken, UK Foreign Minister Raab, Israel Defense Minister Gantz, and Prime Minister Netanyahu, and many others are working to uphold the ceasefire while uplifting the Palestinian Authority and isolating Hamas. What do you think of this course of action, theoretically and practically speaking?
Look, it's very difficult to implement this scenario or vision to prevent Hamas to become stronger. Egypt, for example, promised to reconstruct Gaza by investing $500 million in construction. Now, not giving money like Qatar is doing. And this is one way to prevent Hamas to get stronger. I think it's very difficult to implement that. Hamas will not. There are discussions about the militarization of Gaza Strip. It's very difficult to implement.
Okay, well, so more about that, actually, the militarization, as you said, of the Gaza Strip. Oftentimes, Hamas is elevated publicly, especially to the likes of a diplomatic or otherwise legitimate actor. Just a few days ago, actually, Sky News sat down with Hamas co-founder Mahmoud Zaha as if he were just another official who happens to be Palestinian. But at the same time, Hamas is recognized by the United States, Canada, EU, UK, and more as a terrorist entity. In Jordan, where 80% identify as Palestinian, the organization is banned entirely. So what exactly is the difference between Hamas and ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Boko Haram, Taliban, etc.?
First of all, there is no difference between Hamas and ISIS. Both of them launch missiles on civilians. So Hamas is only try to portray the conflict with Israel as a national one. This is not a national conflict. It's a religious conflict. And Ismail Haniyeh, Khaled Mashal, and also other leaders in Hamas stressed that this is a conflict on Al-Aqsa. Hamas is exploiting this sensitive place of the Al-Aqsa in order to incite people to have collisions with Israelis. In social media networks, Hamas in the West Bank, in Gaza, calls to his people to stab people, innocent people. So there is no difference between ISIS and Hamas.
So why aren't meetings with Hamas contextualized as being akin to meeting with Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi or Osama bin Laden?
Okay, good question. So first of all, Egypt, first of all, Hamas is part of the Palestinian society. This is a fact that no one can ignore. And because the situation is too complicated, it's not a reality of black or white. Hamas is as in two branches. One is the military one, is Adin al-Qassam brigades, and the other branch is political one. And this branch is as to rule on about 2 million people in Gaza. So the situation, what is the difference between ISIS to Hamas? That Hamas is controlling on this civilian society and having legitimacy from states like Qatar, Turkey, while ISIS is not having such a legitimacy. This is a very complicated situation, and I cannot elaborate now the discussion, in 2 minutes. It's not black or white. And Hamas have also allies in the West, like the Muslim Brothers, BDS, left radical wing in the West that are trying to portray Hamas as a legitimate actor in the Palestinian arena who fighting against imperialism. So this is a very complicated situation.
All right, Dr. Michael Barak, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.